Join me in welcoming Mr. Edmond into our satellite football.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been a long time since I got an opportunity to strap on that helmet. Back in 2007, I played in state championship game for 2A, Class 2A, for Clewiston High School, and we played against Jacksonville Bulls. After having an undefeated regular season, winning 13 games in a row, we lost in triple overtime and were state runners-up. Unfortunately, that's how my high school football career ended. And that was the last time I had an opportunity to strap up and play the game. I hope that you understand just how blessed you are to have the opportunity to be able to come play the game and enjoy getting after it every single week, week after week. Listen, gentlemen, I won't be before you long. I just want to talk to you a little bit about overcoming adversity and about what your motto says, being uncommon. So as your coach just told you and just read my bio, I've been through a lot of things in order to get to where I am. But the fact of the matter is that in order to achieve anything of value, to achieve anything that's worth achieving, you have to stick to that motto of being uncommon. See, here's the bottom line. The bottom line is that the common, average, ordinary person goes through 12 years of school and either enters the workforce or goes to college and enters the workforce after that. And most people, after they go through all of that schooling, after they do all of those things, they end up doing a job that they hate. They end up doing something for a living from 9 to 5 every single day, Monday through Friday, that they really don't like doing, just to pay the bills. Do you guys want to be common in that way? Silence. It doesn't sound like you guys are ready for football or anything today. Do you guys want to be common in that way? No. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys want to be uncommon. I did not want to be common either. And so when faced with poverty, when growing up in a home with no air conditioning and rats and roaches in my home, I decided that I wanted to rise above that situation. I made a decision when I was very young that I wanted to get out of that and I wanted to never go back to that. And so that's why I worked so hard in school. That's why I did so much outside of school to make sure that my college applications would have credentials that I couldn't even fit on the page, because I wanted to make sure that I could live an uncommon life, unlike a lot of the people around me. Gentlemen, to be uncommon, you have to make sure that whenever you face adversity, that you push through it. See, the fact of the matter is, it isn't a question of whether you will face adversity in life. And the adversity that you face might not be the same that I faced. You might not have to worry about poverty, but many of you have had an opportunity or been approached by people that want you to take drugs and do drugs. Has anyone ever been approached by somebody that wanted them to use drugs? Tell the truth, tell the truth. I've been there. I'm not saying you used it, but I was approached. I had that opportunity. And today, when I go back home and I look at my classmates and a lot of the guys that I played football with, a lot of those guys are strung on drugs. A lot of those guys are addicted or selling drugs right now. A lot of those guys can't even find a place to live because of their felony records. A lot of those guys are still living with their parents at almost 30 years old like me. Does anybody want to live that sort of life? I'm glad that you don't. The fact of the matter is, gentlemen, when you face that adversity, if you keep pushing, it's going to be all good. There might be an assignment that you missed tonight, but you need to push through it. There might be a play that you don't do the job that you want to do on, but you need to push through it. There may be a time when you get discouraged, but you need to push through it, gentlemen. Because if you keep pushing, if you keep striving, no matter what, then eventually your opponent is going to start to give up. See, the thing about Muhammad Ali when he fought George Foreman, a lot of you guys are really young, so some of you might not even know about that. But Muhammad Ali was not as strong. He wasn't as fast. He was older than his opponent. And for 8 rounds, his opponent just railed on him, beat him up, punched him. But it wasn't about who was stronger at the end. In the end, it wasn't about who was faster. In the end, it wasn't about who was the most powerful or who was the youngest. In the end, it was about who could endure. It was about who can keep taking it and keep pushing themselves up. It was about who can keep pushing through that adversity. And so, gentlemen, tonight when you face adversity, because you will, you're going to someone else's house, I want you to push. Tonight, when you face a difficult time, I want you to push. Tonight, when you're in doubt about what you need to do, I want you to push. Tonight, when you get tired, I want you to push. Tonight, when you get thirsty, I want you to push. Tonight, when you cramp up and when you feel like you can't keep going, I need you to find something deep inside of yourself that propels you to keep pushing. Because if you'll quit on the football field, then you'll quit in life. If you'll quit on a play and not block who you're supposed to block, not only are you giving up on your quarterback or your running back or whoever you're supposed to be protecting, but you're giving up on an opportunity for success, an opportunity for glory, an opportunity to gain an advantage over your opponent. Are you the type of men that give up? Are you common? Then tonight I need you to act like it. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.